you doing? If you're like me, you could use some time off. In the old life, it was never easy for me to take a vacation. Booking on points is so freaking complicated. Plus, I had to leave Cheech in charge. Son of a... Cheech, you better be on fire or dead. And if so, how are you calling?
Jimmy, I'm locked out of the club.
What are you bothering me for? Call Fats and get the other key.
I can't. He's locked inside.
What do you mean you and Fats are both locked in?
I was on the roof. There's a skylight. The rest is a blur. But it's not our club.
What?
Someone's here. I gotta go.
Turned out to be the Spamanti family's club. Cheech didn't want to pay for the skylight he broke, so he just up and shot everybody. Around the neighborhood, they still call it the Jimmy's Trip to Aruba Massacre.
I always called it the Fats is a big fucking crybaby bloodbath. God rest his soul.
Now that I'm in witness protection, it's like a permanent vacation.
At a 2-star resort where everybody says sorry all the time.
We've only had one vacation from this apologetic iceberg of a country. And was it worth it? Forget about it! How you doing? Jimmy here. You know my story by now. Most of it's even true. Thing about wise guys is we hardly ever told the truth. By hardly ever, I mean mostly never. We lied to everyone. Cops, judges, our wives, and mostly each other. We lied so much, we didn't even know we were doing it.
Yo, Jimmy, these biscotti got almonds in them?
Nah, don't worry about it. You need a doctor?
No, I'm good.
Lying came so easy that the truth was frowned on. Like the time Johnny Forthright came to town.
Hey, Jimmy, with that gut, you're begging for a heart attack.
Now, there's a reason wise guys never tell the truth. 'Cause who wants to hear that crap? Then Johnny comes along with his mouth, and suddenly I'm so worried about my weight, I had what my doctor called a mild cardiac incident. Once I got out of the hospital, I reminded Johnny that the truth hurts. Then I
Did not wipe the sidewalk with his face.
Anyway, now that I'm in witness protection, I'm still living a lie. Except this one's legit.
And you've never looked slimmer. What? Goodfellas ain't the only ones who can lie their freaking asses off. Ho! Forget about it.
How you doing? You know me as a card-carrying ex-capo from the New York mob. Let the record show, I'm also a hopeless romantic. I met my wife the same way as a lot of people, at work. See, Bobby Peltz was behind on his protection money, so we went over there to discuss payment options. I never let emotions get in the way of my job. Until that night. She was the classiest broad I ever laid eyes on. The face of an angel and a killer butt. I mean that figuratively and literally. From that moment, I was head over heels. I courted her through the arraignment, trial, and sentencing. And on visiting day, she agreed to be my wife.
Yes! Yes!
Now that we're in chilly Regina, we still know how to keep it hot.
Wait a sec. How'd you sneak the engagement ring into prison?
He stuck it up his wazoo.
Oh!
What? It was romantic. And kinda hot. The ring, I mean. On account of it having been crammed so far up his...
Ah, Cook, forget about it.
Greetings! You know me as Petey MacDougal, Canadian nerd. You also know me as Petey Falcone, New York dork. Like other misfits of my ilk, I never really felt like I fit in.
Hello. Congratulations.
This was especially apparent in our old life among the family.
Yo, Petey, try this lasagna. It's like angels singing in your mouth.
No thanks, I'm lactose intolerant, and pasta's not good for my gluten sensitivity.
You know what makes me sensitive? Jagoffs with no manners. Eat the f***ing food, you mook.
Hey, kid, have some wine. I won't tell you folks. Actually, it was their idea. You need to loosen up.
Cheech, I've seen what alcohol does to people, namely you. And it...
Let to live a little, kid.
What are you doing?
The bride gave birth to a boy this morning. We're celebrating. Smoke up, kid. It's bad luck if you don't.
Really?
Hell if I know.
I was gonna steal that, dumbass!
Now that we're in Canada, I finally feel like I fit in. And I'm sure in time, the rest of my family will learn to love it here as much as I do.
Forget about it!
How you doing? I'm the FBI informant and shell of a man formerly known as Jimmy Falcone. One thing I don't miss about the old life is how nobody did nothing without an interior motive.
Oh, Frankie brought cake.
Really? What's the occasion?
What? I need an occasion to do something nice?
Kill my brother-in-law. Before or after the sugar high, you lazy bastard? Thanks for helping me move, Joe.
No problem. Just help me get these on the truck.
And it didn't matter how small the favor. They always expected something in return. Really, Joe? You moved like one box. Thanks for driving us to the airport, Bruno.
Here, swallow these. You'll need a laxative when you land.
Your brother-in-law says, hey.
I'm gonna need that laxative.
Here in the great bland north, people are nice for no reason at all.
It gives me the creeps.
I still haven't figured out their angle, but if you think I'll ever get used to Canadian polititude, you can
Hey, the drugs came out.
forget about it.
Greetings, citizens. The Falcone family aren't the only ones who had an old life. Before I became a witness protector, I was head of Saskatchewan crime scene investigations. And that's when he slipped on the ice and hit his head. I suppose one could say
I hope he says it was an icy reception.
it was an unfortunate accident.
Give him time. He'll get better at these.
Sadly, my fellow officers watched too much TV and expected me to entertain them. Looks like he had a heart attack while going through the car wash. I guess he's all
Washed up. Say washed up.
done getting his car washed.
This guy is boring.
Shortly thereafter, I was pulled off CSI detail because I refused to belittle police work with corny one-liners and catchphrases. For Canada, where self-awareness isn't our strong suit.
I wonder where he goes when he takes off like that.
Forget about it.
Remember me? Back in the old life, I was a mob wife. When mob wives had to, we rolled up our sleeveless blouses and helped out with the family business. Like when Jimmy's crew got pinched after a museum job, because Cheech left a DNA sample all over Nefertiti's bust. All right, Gloria's collecting protection money, Mia's intimidating a witness, and Frenchie's cutting heroin with Parmesan cheese. Fast smack in the city. So, what do? Chick flicks? This ain't girls' night out, you lazy bum. Then Gloria hauls in Stinky LaRue, a notorious rat Jimmy wanted gone. But there was a problem. I can't do it. I can't get blood all over this pantsuit.
Don't look at me. I just had these nails done.
I ain't washing no skull fragments out of my new roots.
I was almost gonna let that scumbag go, but I had an idea. All right, nuts. Before we do this, you're gonna sit here with us and watch a movie. Ooh, the Vanilla Lace Tea Cozy. 90 minutes of awkward English people stammering about their feelings. Who wants popcorn?
I don't know, Cook. Even for the mob, death by chick flick is a little cruel and unusual.
But no one in the family ever read it again.
Yeah, right. And we're in Regina on freaking holidays.
If you think Canada's gonna make me any less cruel and unusual, forget about it!
How you doing? You know, back in the old days, you found out someone was getting whacked after it was done. You'd be all, hey, where's so-and-so? And everyone get all quiet like someone farted. But with Cheech, I found out in advance. It was the day I had 4 root canals. Wise guys ain't big on dental work, but Cookie made me go.
Word came down from Gambini. Cheech has gotta die. But I forgot where he lives. I know, I'm a terrible friend. Now where is he so I can go kill him? What'd he say? Quit stalling, Jimmy. I promise. I'll make it quick and painless for him. Okay, only one of those is true. What language is that? Stroke victim?
I was trying to plead for Cheech's life and explain that I'd just been to the dentist, but I couldn't get a word out.
Ah, so this is where he is. There's a good boy, Jimmy.
They didn't find Cheech, but they came away with something. And that's why 4 out of 5 gangsters never go to the dentist. But if you think Canadian healthcare covers dental, forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy Turncoat MacDougal. I've been in Canada a while now, but there was a time when I was not so versed in its lame-ass ways.
I'm confused. I thought Canada was a state, like Iowa, or South America.
It's a separate country attached to the top of America, like a bad toupee.
Or a brain tumor.
Hey, gang, I asked the mess hall to prepare some authentic Canadian cuisine in anticipation of our naturalization.
Ew!
This is a French-Canadian dish. It's French fries, cheese curds, and...
Whoa, did you say cheese turds?
Curds, like curds and whey in Little Miss Muffet.
I don't care who she is. She just murdered them French fries.
And then someone blew a load all over him.
What's the brown stuff? Looks like crap. Do they eat crap in Canada?
They do not eat crap in Canada.
So what do them Frenchies call this stuff?
Actually, it doesn't matter what it's called.
Sure it does. Let's hear it.
I don't want to say.
Petey, you can't just roll out shit-covered cheese fries and hold out on the name.
Fine, it's called poutine.
What was that?
Poutine. All right, it's called poutine.
I rest my case. But it ain't all bad up here. They got this fluffy, delicious taste sensation called a beaver tail. Thanks, Petey.
My pleasure. Boy, those sure went fast.
I'm all over it. Get the maple syrup. We'll be licking tail and eating beaver in no time.
Now that we live here in Regina, if you think we're above making a few obvious beaver jokes, forget about it. How you doing? As a former gangster, I might not have lived a completely moral life, but I did some good things too. Like the time I...
Excuse me, Jimmy, you can't park here.
No! Get that thing out of my face! What's with you, anyway? I was getting used to seeing you without a billy club in your pants. Now the old attention hog's back? What gives?
Allow me to explain. Let me tell you something of myself without a doubt. The best cop around who likes to let it all hang out. When my bosses said I had to put on underwear, I tried to take it off, but they said, oh, don't you dare. Wasn't very long before it wound up in the courts. The judge said, no, man, you don't have to wear those shorts. So I won the case because there are no precedents for a servant of the crown to put on his underpants. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Hey, forget about underpants.
Let me get this straight. You sued for the right not to wear a banana hammock?
I need to be free, Jimmy.
The justice system is broken.
I think it's just fine. Heck, McCool, if you didn't want to wear any clothes at all, I'd have no problem with it.
You know what bugs me? That's not how the song goes.
Forget about it. How you doing? There's 2 words that strike terror in the heart of any wise guy. They represent the end of freedom and the start of a life sentence.
I'm pregnant!
My life was over. You can be a good father or you can be a good fella, but you can't be both. Still, I wanted it all, so I made it work. All right, folks, hit the floor and keep the crying to a minimum. Anyone moves, you let me know.
They moved. I don't remember that.
The FBI does. I spent 2 years on the most wanted list for that one. Anyway, after that, I decided to keep work and kids separate.
After I showed you how it's done.
No, 'cause jobs come and go, but families forever.
Yeah, like herpes.
Herpes ain't forever. Forget about it.
How you doing? Good? Yeah, well, if I asked you that question in the old life, I wouldn't know if you was actually telling the truth. 'Cause back then, you couldn't trust nobody.
For he's a jolly good fellow, we can't afford happy birthday, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Blow out your candles, Jimmy.
Most guys learn not to trust people by getting screwed over, but it was birthday cake that taught me. Know what? You blow 'em out.
This guy, so suspicious. No one's gonna pull that trick again.
There's an expression. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I will rip your fucking ears off. Really? Do I look stupid to you guys? There! There's your fucking cake!
It's okay. He missed my dick.
Anyway, now that I live among the goody-good people of Regina, I still don't trust nobody.
Yeah, thanks to you, I don't got a spleen. Now, say the thing so we can go inside.
Nah, you say it.
Why should I say it? You say it.
Oh, for Christ's sake, forget about it.
How you doing? Who am I? None of your business. What's it to you? You writing a book? That's how I'd be talking if I was still in the mob. The ancient Italian code of silence known as omerta required us to keep our mouths shut. It all started back in Sicily, where the mob made an example of anyone who opened their mouth. Like this guy. All he did was ask a cop for directions. After that, no one ever talked to the cops. In fact, no one ever talked to anyone, just to be on the safe side. Even if my great-grandpa's pants were on fire, he still would have kept his mouth shut. Hell of a guy. The whole village grinded to a halt. They had to come up with some way to communicate. Why Italians talk with their hands.
Because of omerta? I don't think that's true, Pop.
Oh, yeah?
Ow!
You know what that means? Or did I stutter?
Forget about it?
How you doing? Back in the day, I made a lot of money selling protection. That's when someone pays you not to hurt them. It's like buying insurance, except you don't get nothing in return. Oh, wait. It's exactly like buying insurance. There was this one guy, Don Gambini's wife's cousin. The Don said we were allowed to collect protection off him, but we had to do it nice. I couldn't break his face, so I had to be creative. But I was a wise guy. What the hell did I know about creativism? Gimme, 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 gimme money!
I learned how to play this stupid thing for nothing? I got blisters on my fingers.
It's me stomping on your head because you didn't pay protection. You don't see it?
I thought it was a duck riding a pony. Or maybe a giant wang.
He was laughing at me like I was some kind of clown. So I figured I'd show him who the clown was. It was me.
That tickles. Stop it.
Ah, screw being nice. Let's go with plan B. Being creative is fine, but sometimes you just gotta kick some ass.
Well, one thing ain't changed since Brooklyn. You're still a fucking clown.
Gina, don't swear when you insult your father.
Forget about it, kid.
Fuck you! Don't tell me to fucking forget about it!
How you doing? In the old life, the trickiest part of pulling off a big heist was dividing up the loot. So many fingers, so little pie. Seems a shame to give all this money away, considering these guys already skimmed it behind my back. So I want you to put a little surprise in the boxes.
Jimmy, you are a no-good, backstabbing scumbag who'd sell out his own mother to turn a buck. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Ah, Cheech, you always know what to say. Thanks, pal. You put the cash in with the bombs, didn't you?
Was I not supposed to? Oh, I get it now.
Come here, you. I can't stay mad at you.
That ain't what happened. You went to town on me with a baseball bat.
So? You deserved it.
I still got Louisville Slugger imprinted on my ass. You know what you are? A brutal, bloodthirsty hood who'd beat up his own mother for crossing him.
You always know what to say, Cheech. Come here, you.
No way, Jimmy. You ain't messing up this hair again. Forget about it.
How you doing? Back where I grew up, you had 3 career options. Cop, priest, or gangster. My old man was a wise guy, so that's what I was. Who doesn't want to grow up to be their pop? Unless he's a priest. Then you got bigger problems. Or a cop. In which case, fuck you.
What the hell's that? I hit something? Jimmy, what are you doing back here?
Impersonating a spare tire. What's it look like? I want to learn the family business from Pop.
You're too young for this, kid. Go hitch a ride home.
At his age? Are you nuts? That ain't safe. Here, take this with you.
I wanted Pop to let me stay, but he was being such a prick. I mean, it's not like I was some kind of moron or anything. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry!
Don't worry about it. We're out here to whack Paulie anyway. You made your bones, kid.
You murdered a man, then bonded with your father over it?
Technically, it was manslaughter. And I'm just saying, it was a nice moment.
Not for Paulie, it wasn't. Gut shots take forever to kill you. Bastard lingered for days.
Don't listen to him, Pop. I think bonding over some jagoff with more holes in him than Swiss cheese would be great. Let's start with Cheech.
This kid, what a card.
But if you think people up here in Mother Canada don't got any daddy issues, forget about it. How you doing? Actually, who cares? Shut up and let me talk. To me, crime is like any other business, except with more killing and less resumes.
Yet both use an equal amount of paper clips.
It don't matter if you're a banker or a good fella. You still gotta climb the corporate ladder.
Jimmy, give me a ride to the track. I'm feeling lucky. Ah! And can I borrow your pants?
Unless you're Cheech. He always had a different career philosophy.
I'm telling you, Jimmy, the key to success is aiming for the middle.
You mean like a gut shot?
I mean your career. If you're on the bottom, you're always going to get stepped on. Ain't that right, Mario?
Did you have to wear cleats?
I can't find my regular face-stepping shoes. Anyhow, if you aim for the top, you got a long way to fall. Like that time I tried doing it on a Ferris wheel? That was a fall from grace. Remember Grace, Jimmy? With the cans?
Later, I saw what Cheech meant.
How'd it go? See? Gambini'd still be alive if he just aimed a little lower in life.
Or if Jimmy aimed for the wall instead of the window.
You do understand, Mr. Middleman, that you're the reason I had to kill him.
Understanding is for overachievers.
Well, you aimed us to the middle of nowhere, you stinking moke! You stupid!
If you think I'd kill Gambini all over again to save Cheech's half-assed ass, forget about it. How you doing? Back in the day, keeping on God's good side was a big deal for wise guys. We racked up a lot of sins, and our life expectancy was anybody's guess, so you had to be ready. We had a guy, Father Santino, big into the Holy Trinity, also had a weakness for the Holy Trifecta. But he always lost, which I figure was God's way of saying, hey, what the f you doing? So he borrowed from me. And since Goodfellas never had time for church, this was a chance to bring church to us. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned like f***ing crazy this week. The convenience was undeniable, especially when a gang war broke out.
Thanks, Father. Oh, gotcha, Guido. Oh, crap, now I gotta go back in.
It was all part of keeping a slate clean with the man upstairs.
You confess to God, then the feds. You'd confess to anyone who'd listen, you rat-faced stoolie Judas!
She's got a point, Jimmy.
Shut up.
But if you think I got anything juicy to confess since I moved to this unholy ice cube, forget about it.
Greetings, friends and potential bullies. Before Pop bravely tattled on the mob, there was a time when he had to go what wise fellas and good guys refer to as straight.
Why are you crying?
I just got this hard-ass parole officer who's making me get a regular job.
That's for getting pinched in the first place.
Once Pop's shattered testes healed, he was well on his way to rehabilitation.
Give me 2 abortions in a basket, double tap 'em bloody rye toast.
Coming right up. First National's got a payroll coming in. You know what to do.
I'm confused, Pop. I understand why you work here, but why does Cheech?
The guy likes eggs. What do you want from me?
Okay, but Uncle Aldo also works here, and Uncle Sammy, Tootie Marcone, and isn't that Don Gambini delivering milk?
Petey, shut up.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were still running your organization under the very nose of the New York parole system.
Kid, I'm on the straight and narrow. Just trust me, will ya?
You once said that trust me was gangster talk for f you. If my suspicions prove true, I will be very disappointed, Pop. Very disappointed.
Thanks for waiting until my kid left.
All right, hands up! This is a bust!
I had to do another 18 months because of your big mouth.
Now that we live in Regina, Pop works a legitimate job every day, and I've never been prouder of him.
That's for being a rat. Which reminds me, if you think I'm ever gonna forgive you for that, forget about it.
Forget about it.
How you doing? It's me, Gina. Yeah, I'm driving. I'm not wearing a seatbelt neither. Blow me. Before Pops became the fattest stool pigeon in history, he was my hero. If there was an award for Father of the Year, Pop would have got it.
Don Francesco says hello.
Then this happens.
So I look at the FBI guy and say, you stinking feds can blow me. I ain't testifying against nobody. Then the man from the Fed says, but the mob is gonna kill you and your whole family, Jimmy. You with me so far, kid?
I get it. You're turning rat.
Just wait, there's more. If you testify, we can give you immunity. Do you know what immunity means?
Enough with the fucking puppets!
Oh!
Now, Pops is the puppet and the feds are the ones pulling the strings.
This is the thanks I get for saving all your lives.
And if you don't think I'm better off dead than living in Canada's icy butt crack, forget about it.